Okay, let's unpack this. We have a stack of notes here, things people have shared with us. Today, we're doing a deep dive into what people are saying about the teachings of Jomar Hilario.
That's right. We've looked through a whole lot of notes from different folks who've, taken his courses, read his books, or maybe attended workshops. And these go back quite a way to 2017.
Yeah, so our mission today is really to sift through all this feedback and find the main ideas. What did people actually learn? How did it help them out?
What were the big takeaways? Let's jump in and see.
Okay, so one thing that really popped out straight away was people getting help to work from home.
Definitely. For lots of people, it seems like that was the starting point, why they first looked into these programs.
Absolutely. We saw notes from Ivan and Gigi. They specifically said Jomar helped them when they wanted to make that switch, work from home for the first time.
Mm-hmm. And it wasn't just for, total beginners either. Someone named Lope, he was already working from home.
Right. But he used the teachings to figure out how to earn more online, level up, sort of.
And there's a really interesting story from Ryan. He read Jomar's book, Virtual Careers, way back in 2017.
Okay.
And that book, it just sparked his interest, got him thinking about working online.
But he didn't stop there, did he?
No, no. He joined a seminar and he set himself a really clear goal. Land that first online job.
And it took a bit of time, right? Like 4 more months.
Yeah, 4 months of work, but he did it. He got his first online job, what people often call a gig.
A gig, yeah, like a project or a specific job online.
Exactly. And Ryan pointed out something really key, I thought. He felt the programs taught more than just the practical online skills.
Oh, yeah. What else?
They helped build his character, he said.
Ah, okay. That's important.
Super important for him.
Yeah.
He said it's what helped him, keep going, not give up when things got tough or frustrating.
Makes sense. We also saw notes from Janice. She was really excited about starting her online work journey through a mentoring program.
Mm-hmm. And Dearly shared something powerful. A course on Facebook ads actually helped them make a massive change.
Facebook ads, okay. So learning how to use those paid posts.
Yeah. And that skill helped Dearly leave their old job. They even used this really strong phrase, being free from corporate slavery.
Wow. That really shows how much it meant to them.
Doesn't it just? And Zheng also decided to work from home with help from Jomar, learned specific tools, strategies, and wanted to learn even more.
And Sean called Jomar a go-to GURU, an expert for remote jobs, online businesses. So yeah, clear across these notes, getting that guidance, those steps to just start working from home, major impact.
Definitely. But beyond just starting, the notes also talked a lot about the different skills people learned to actually, earn money online.
Right. So it wasn't just where they worked, but what they learned to do.
Exactly. G. Ray learned about making and managing Facebook groups, setting goals, finding the right audience, making content, using storytelling.
Storytelling comes up a lot, doesn't it?
It does. Judith, who's an OFW and overseas Filipino worker, she shared that finding time was really hard for her.
I can imagine.
But a guide she used helped speed things up, like creating stuff for Facebook pages more quickly.
And Marjorie also talked about storytelling and being, authentic online, being real.
Yeah, she felt those skills helped turn Facebook pages into, her words, money-making machines.
Okay. And Marlon had a bit of an aha moment, looking at her own page and group after learning.
Right. She realized mistakes she'd made and finally got why people weren't really visiting much before.
Makes sense. Bong learned how to write stories specifically for his group members, knew he needed more practice, but he got the skill.
Maria Luisa felt one session just taught her a ton how to do Facebook groups the right way, and she realized just how popular storytelling is now.
Changed her whole view on Facebook pages, she said.
Totally. And Cha shared some really practical tips she learned about writing online, like use spaces to make reading easy on the eyes.
Good tip.
Don't just post about the same thing over and over, like only insurance if that's what you sell. Always try to weave in a story.
Oh, yeah.
Ask your audience what they want to know about. And this one's interesting. Make people who ask for help kind of prove they're serious, put in some effort, helps find the committed ones.
Huh. That's a different take. People also learned specific marketing skills, right? Like Fem.
Yeah, Fem had a cool opportunity. She actually won a meeting with Jomar.
Oh, nice.
And he gave her direct tips, like how to make her resume really stand out for online work, helped her with problems she was hitting finding jobs.
And that boosted her confidence, the note said. Plus, she got ideas for Instagram marketing.
Exactly. And Louise learned a really smart way to find clients by creating how-to tutorials.
Ah, so people come to you.
Right. She realized this can attract clients directly. Sometimes you don't even have to, like, formally apply.
Clever. And the notes mentioned this Instagram masterclass quite a bit. Jonah was in the first group.
Yeah, Joan's story was pretty cool. She said following the teaching, like, really closely, it brought results.
Her Instagram profile actually got a client to contact her.
Yep. She felt this new confidence, quickly offered to help, made a Facebook post for this person super fast, and they were just amazed.
Wow. And that really boosted her confidence even more. The person offered her a cut of their income for future work.
That's what the note said. A really concrete outcome.
Definitely. Marianne, another student from that Instagram masterclass, she felt proud of what she learned.
She specifically mentioned learning the right mindset, the right way of thinking, and also having a strategy, a plan to get clients.
And Norlin had this realization, like, social media isn't just for killing time.
Right. You can actually use it to be productive, make money. It just depends on your why, your reason for using it.
Yeah. Cheryl enjoyed learning new things, new apps, felt her confidence grow.
Others, too, like Claudia and Ruth, also said they felt more confident after that course. Claudia felt she could even call herself an Instagram master.
Okay. Sabrina took a course that was called 20 Days. She was worried it might be too fast-paced.
But she found it went smoothly, learned a lot, and she felt the knowledge she got was worth way more than what she paid.
That's a good sign. Cynthia Marie discovered she could earn money just using her phone and iPad.
Yeah, learning to be creative with apps she hadn't even heard of before.
Estrelita also found that 20-day course worked well. Got her really interested. Hooked, she said, on using Instagram for more.
And beyond social media, Marianne mentioned earning income from an affiliate program.
Right, affiliate marketing, where you recommend products and get a commission.
Exactly. She said it was free to learn about it, and it helped her earn actual money.
Andrea read the Second Income Affiliate Marketing Success book.
Yeah.
What did she think?
She liked that it was honest. It said, you need to put in the time, maybe some money, do the work, like a real business.
No magic button then.
Nope. She felt it gave real examples, specific advice, like how to pick products, what warning signs to watch for.
And she said mindset part of the book was really helpful too.
Yeah, she highlighted that. And Irene, who also read that book, said it helps people feel better, not just about money, but also like spiritually.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it taught that, higher power is the source of wealth. So yeah, across different platforms, different methods, people were definitely reporting gaining real skills and seeing results.
And that focus on mindset you mentioned, that seems like another huge theme running through all these notes.
Oh, massive. The impact on people's way of thinking, their mindset, it came up again and again.
It seems like many people felt changing how they thought was like essential, but also really hard to do by themselves.
Exactly. And several notes mentioned the Unfair Advantage course or the content on an iPod that came with it as being super helpful for that internal shift.
Right. People like Sela, Maybe Mars, Rowan Remus, they talked about this content being a key investment.
Yeah, they felt it gave them knowledge, insights about life, success, money, stuff that isn't common knowledge, giving them, well, an unfair advantage.
Zila also mentioned how important it was to be around other people who were also trying to think differently and grow. That community aspect.
Malou joined a course partly for a bonus thing about creating your success vision. She said Jomar consistently shares wise ideas, valuable for life now and, down the road.
Murphy felt the sessions added a lot to what she needed to know. Found them lively, inspiring.
And Karen wrote this really heartfelt thank you letter, sharing her journey. She was shy, apparently, but did all the assignments.
Well,
but getting job interviews was tough at first. She felt kind of sad, lost sometimes.
I think a lot of people can relate to that feeling.
Totally. But she remembered the lessons. Patience, determination, how learning new stuff pays off eventually. She went back to the teachings.
And then things changed.
Big time. Clients started contacting her.
Wow. Oh.
Her first interview didn't work out, but she was still happy. She said it just proved the teachings were true. The second interview, success.
That's a great story. Really shows how mindset and just sticking with it paid off for her.
Yeah, based on her notes, absolutely. Then there's Mary Mamet, a doctor. She took classes during the pandemic, said she wasn't techie at all.
Okay.
But she learned practical skills from Jomar. Facebook ads, pages, Canva, the design tool.
Right. Useful stuff.
Very. And now, with help from what she learned, she's actually creating her first online course.
That's fantastic. How did she feel about that?
She said she felt happy, challenged, and fulfilled.
Nice. Arcee learned that finding your biggest why, like your deep reason for doing something, that can be the push you need to learn online skills.
Yeah, she thought she couldn't do it, but her why helped her find a way, helped her understand it.
Rochelle felt that knowing things clients don't know is how you impress them, gain independence. She used that phrase, data freedom.
Which probably means, financial freedom, location freedom, that kind of independence.
Judalyn felt really motivated by stories shared at a free seminar. Realized she needed to, get moving and do the work. Called Jomar an exemplary guru.
Even Bo Sanchez, who's known for online marketing himself, he shared that he always learns something new from Jomar.
That's quite an endorsement.
It is. Noemi and Hart, also inspired by stories about working from home at a Date with Freedom summit, they said they're now living their dream life, homeschooling their kids.
And Christine pointed out that online success takes a lot of hard work. She thanked Jomar for pushing her.
Right. She felt he helped change her mindset and taught her the reality of online work, the good and the bad, and that helped her keep trying.
Cheryl described her learning journey as an emotional roller coaster. I think many can relate to that too.
For sure. Happy and excited sometimes, then down when maybe people unfollowed her online or something.
How did she get past that?
She said focusing on a positive mindset, realizing that little steps forward, little growth, it's still growth.
Good point. Just keep working, keep learning.
Exactly. Celeste enrolled in that Unfair Advantage course, specifically wanting to change her mindset about life, relationships, success, money.
And she felt it gave her that unfair advantage.
Yeah, because the knowledge taught isn't something everyone knows, she felt.
John Madrigal also joined Unfair Advantage for that reason. To change his mindset. Feels it's happening, slowly. Wants to get unstuck, achieve his goals.
And he really believes change has to start with your mindset first. He also wanted to know, what do successful people have or do differently? How can I get that edge?
Makes sense. Judalyn joined Unfair Advantage too, believing learning is the best reward. Wants extraordinary wealth doing work she loves.
And feels the course helps her brain shift from, old programming.
And that specific Unfair Advantage content, often mentioned as being on an iPod, that seemed really key for many people.
Oh, yeah. Maybe Mars called buying it the best investment for learning. Knowledge for life and business.
And she said listening helped her feel good, especially when stressed.
Yeah, her and Cheryl D. Tapon both mentioned that it helped them feel good, brought about real transformation. Cheryl said having the iPod plus the course was like having a mentor and a world-class seminar right there, anytime.
Rowan Ramus bought the iPod after some financial difficulties. He felt being around others from the course helped him push for an extraordinary life.
And he's recovering financially now, feels more abundant.
He said it changed how he sees life, himself, what matters, not just money or fame.
Right. He called the iPod the transformation device, said it gave him guidance, insights that, ordinary people maybe don't see. It was his unfair advantage.
And Jesa Chi Gundren, she found the Second Incomes book, taught her practical ways to build earning streams.
Yeah, for her, that knowledge was a blessing. It would help her support her son with special needs, help her family. So yeah, this link between skills and that deep personal shift, it's really strong in the notes.
Okay, so that leads us to the experience people actually had with the programs and with Jomar Hilario as the mentor. What did the notes say about that?
Well, there's a lot on this too. A really common comment was that he over-delivers.
Over-delivers, meaning gives more than expected.
Exactly. Abby said this about a ChatGPT 101 course, about using that AI tool. Abby said the course ran longer than the promised 2 hours, and he threw in other tips too. Abby was excited for the next course.
And Paolo joined that same course because he saw how important AI tools are becoming. Didn't want to get left behind.
Right. Shows the content is seen as current and relevant.
Army shared that even though she doesn't feel she's a fast learner, she still learned a lot, got lots of good ideas.
Unique Class loves attending the webinars. Said there's something to look forward to. Learned the importance of keeping up with tech, not getting left behind.
And that realization made him more eager, even with setbacks. He called him Sir Jomar.
Respectful, yeah. Rai Evangelista just mentioned having a fun night at a DWF event, probably Date with Freedom.
And Rupi Evangelista called Jomar a super caring and compassionate mentor.
Yeah, that personal touch. Celeste pointed out 3 things she really liked about the Unfair Advantage experience specifically.
Okay, what were they?
First, the content, especially on that iPod. She felt it was really valuable, hard to find elsewhere, had ideas from famous authors, coaches.
Okay, the content itself.
Second, the mentor, Jomar. Teaching skills that are tried and tested, but also new stuff. plus offering a bonus one-on-one chat.
Direct access. And the third thing,
Being in the group, with other people who think alike, have similar goals, helps everyone grow, support each other, that community feel.
right, that came up before. John Madrigal also talked about the value of the iPod content. Food for the mind, he called it.
Yeah, from famous people on life, relationships, success, money, marketing. And John also stressed the mentoring part. Talking privately with Jomar, learning from successful people in the group.
He felt being around successful people helps you get there faster.
That was his take. Mavie Mars and Rowan Remis also talked up the iPod content and the mentoring, called them golden ideas, a sort of guidance. Rowan mentioned it covered 12 months.
And Cheryl D. Tapon, her experience of going home to the Philippines and staying with her family, that was powerful proof for her.
Yeah, she got the iPod in Feb 2021, went home NOF 2021, and is still there. She felt listening gave her confidence, helped her through hard times.
So putting it all together, the experience seems to be about getting information, yes, but also valuable content you can access anytime, direct guidance, and that supportive community.
Exactly, all those pieces working together. So if we pull back from all these notes, what have we seen? People found real specific help to start new careers online, working from home.
Right, and they learned practical skills to actually earn money online, social media, affiliate marketing, all sorts of things.
And maybe the biggest piece, that impact on their inner world. Changing their mindset, building confidence, learning to stick with it.
Yeah, the notes show these programs led to actual results for people. Getting clients, landing jobs, seeing real positive changes in their lives, their freedom.
People clearly valued the specific stuff they learned, the mindset shifts they went through, and the guidance and community that came with it.
So it seems like a really central message coming through all this feedback is about the power of changing how you think.
And then taking action, consistent action,
Yeah.
to reach your goals.
So thinking about just what we've heard today from these notes, what does that idea, changing your mindset and then taking action, what does that mean for you?